Hey, what's up guys? It's Andrew Olszentowski. I'm back with another UFC prediction video. This time UFC 309 Jones versus Miocic. And this event goes down Saturday, November 16th, 2024. Prelims begin at 6 p.m. So guys, this event's going to go down in about 2.5 weeks. It's going down from the Madison Square Garden, New York City, New York. So let's get into it, guys. First prelim fight, David Onama against Lucas Almeida. This fight's taking place at featherweight, men's featherweight division. Onama, 2-fight winning streak. Most recently fought in April, beat Jonathan Pierce, beat Gabriel Santos. Lucas Almeida, he's on a 1-fight winning streak too. I think Onama's gonna catch him, man. Again, these guys don't fight too often, but I'm gonna side with Onama here to pick up the win. Elliott against Basil Hafez. Hafez, man, he's coming off a nice win over Gall. I kind of thought that was a kind of a close fight, man. It was a back and forth fight. I thought it possibly could have went to Gall, but I don't have a problem with Hafez getting the decision win there. 32 years old, 72-inch reach, good striker, good grappler. And he's going up against another good grappler in Elliott, who's coming off a nice win. 11-2 record. 7-fight winning streak. Beat Preston Parsons. Val Woodburn. I'm going to side with Elliott here to pick up the win. Next up, we got Jim Miller against Damon Jackson. Jackson, he's fighting at 155 for the first time, I believe. Let's take a look at Jackson. 36 years old, 1-fight losing streak. I thought he was absolutely huge at featherweight. I'm kind of surprised he's stepping up here. I don't think he's going to fare that well at lightweight. Jim Miller, he's got good grappling, good striking. I think that's where he's going to beat Damon Jackson, and is that Miller is the better striker. Even though he's 41, this is kind of like a hometown fight for him. So I think Jim Miller is going to pick up the win here. Mickey Gall against Ramiz Brahma, let's take a look at him. 1-fight losing streak, lost to Themba Garimbo by decision. And he's going up against Gall here. So Brahma's going to want to grapple. Gall's probably going to want to keep it striking. I'm going to side with Gall here, man, but it won't surprise me if Brahma picks up the win. Jonathan Martinez against Marcus McGhee. And I like Marcus McGhee here. 5-fight winning streak, 34 years old, fighting out of the MMA lab. Beat Gaston Bolanos by knockout. Beat JP Baez by knockout. And Jonathan Martinez, I don't think he's fought since May when he lost to Jose Aldo in Brazil. So let's take a look at him here. He lost to Jose Aldo in Brazil. Beat Adrian. I'm going to side with McGhee here, man. But again, two exciting bantamweight prospects here. So I'm going to side with McGhee, though. Veronica Hardy against Eduardo Mora. Eduardo Mora, she's on a 1-fight losing streak. Lost to Denise Gomes by split decision. And I'm going to side with Veronica Hardy here, man. This woman is on a roll. Ever since she married Dan Hardy and is training in England, she's looked good, man. And I think she's going to keep up her winning ways. Nice win over Aldridge and Jamie Lynn Horth. Beat Juliana Miller. I don't think who's no longer with the promotion. But, again, she's looked very good. I'm going to side with Veronica Hardy here. Nikita Krylov against Azamat Murzakanov. We haven't seen Krylov, I believe, in over a year. Maybe 2 years. Let's take a look at when he last fought. Beat Ryan Spann in March of 2023. So, it's been over a year and a half since we've seen this guy. Don't know exactly what he's been up to. Azamat, he's going to want to keep it striking, man. I think this guy's undefeated in the UFC, 14-0. He's never lost in his professional career. And I think Azamat is going to pick up the win here. Possibly by first-round knockout. Again, Krylov's going to want to grapple. Azamat's going to want to keep this standing. I'm going to side with Azamat here. Bo Nickal against Paul Craig. I'm going to side with Bo Nickal, man. This guy's a huge favorite. There is odds available for this fight. Odds currently, Bo Nickal minus 1,000. The comeback on Paul Craig plus 600. I'm going to side with Nickal here, man. Probably gets a TKO win over Paul Craig. Paul Craig, he's a dangerous grappler, man. Dangerous on his back. You know, he's going to look for a triangle, arm bars. He's going to look for all that, but I think Nickal avoids that and just pounds him out for the win. Silva against Viviana Araujo. Let's take a look at the records. Viviana Araujo, 1-fight losing streak. She's coming off a loss to Natalia Silva. Beat Jennifer Maia prior to that. A couple of losses prior to that. Silva, 9-fight winning streak, 30 years old, 18-4 overall record. Coming off wins over Lipsky, Moroz, Ketlin Souza. And I'm going to side with Silva here, man, to continue her winning ways. Chris Weidman against Eric Anders. Two guys that I think are about to retire. I mean, Chris Weidman might even hang it up after this fight, man. He's 40 years old. Eric Anders, he's in his late 30s. I'm going to side with Weidman here for the hometown decision. But again, I would not trust either fighter in this fight. Charles Oliveira against Michael Chandler. Rematch from 3.5 years ago. And, man, this is exciting. And I think Charles Oliveira, man, this guy is on legend status, man, because, you know, just knowing what he was earlier in his career, man, you never thought this guy was going to be this, man. He was struggling at featherweight to move up to lightweight, win the belt, have all these amazing wins on his record. This guy's amazing, man. Again, he holds a win over Chandler from 3.5 years ago. Knocked Chandler out in the second round of that fight, but he took a tremendous beating in the first round. Chandler, this guy hasn't fought in 2 years, man. He's been waiting for that McGregor fight. He got fooled by McGregor because we don't. It's hard to say if McGregor's coming back. It doesn't really seem like McGregor is. He's partying. I don't really think McGregor may be coming back at this point. Chandler, 38 years old, hasn't fought in 2 years since he lost to Poirier. And I think Charles Oliveira, man, I think he's going to pick up the win over Chandler. He's been more active. He's more dangerous on the ground. Good standing. Chandler, he's dangerous on the feet, you know, power, but his cardio fades every time. I just think Charles is the more dangerous guy. So I think, you know, Chandler doesn't get him out of there in the first round. Charles Oliveira is going to take over this fight, man. So I'm going to side with Charles. John Jones against Miocic. Miocic hasn't fought in 3.5 years. John Jones, he hasn't fought in 1.5 years. And I'm going to side with John Jones here to pick up the win. I don't know how we'll do it, by decision. Possibly takes Miocic down in the first round, grounds and pounds him out. It's a payday for both guys. I don't think either of these guys wants to fight Aspinall. Again, Miocic, he's probably the more natural heavyweight, but I think John Jones is probably really filled out into his frame. But we really haven't seen John Jones in the stand-up department at heavyweight, so it kind of worries me. Can he take a punch at heavyweight? We know he can grapple. Can he take a punch? Miocic, you know, he's probably very chinny at this point, but again, Jones has really been never really been known for his hands. But I'm going to side with John Jones here, man, just because he's the younger fighter. He's fought more recently. So I'm going to side with John Jones, but again, it will not surprise me if Miocic pulls off this upset. So again, guys, my picks: John Jones, Oliveira, Weidman, Silva, Nickal, Murzakanov, Hardy, McGhee, Gall, Miller, Elliott, and Onama.